TV smoke. The name of this is RSD EP. I imagine that represents Record Store Day EP. What does it sound like? It's noise rock. Does it look like noise rock? It's glorious noise rock. It also reminds me of college radio in Cleveland, Ohio. Maybe in your town too, with public access radio or college radio. Noise. And it's good noise too. Hey group, welcome to Actual Rock Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. And this is great stuff. What got me? The guitar. Just squealing in echo and reverb, whatever it is. The guitar is just scrawling. Love it. Then you got the mix. It is well mixed, well separated mix. Most mixes, the bass is buried for me. I'm kind of bass deaf, I imagine. Oh, I hear the bass here. I hear the drums. I hear the guitar. I hear the vocals. It's all separated. And I love it. Okay. The range of the mix might be not as wide. The sound is not as full. But the mix, with the separation, I love it. Okay? And I don't know what I'm talking about, maybe. But, the spectrum of the sound could be wider. Maybe. But the separation is perfect. You hear every instrument and the voice. And the vocals get to me too. I love it. It's a new band. Just formed this year. And it's only on Bandcamp. It's not on YouTube yet. I'll nudge them. They're nearby me. I can nudge them. And they're from Cleveland, Ohio. Formed this year. And it is only, as far as I know, the only place you can find is on Bandcamp. Apparently you can listen for free. I stuck to my pitch count. I listened to it 3 times. And it's 3 songs in 17 minutes. And apparently you can listen for free. The minimum is 0. Please at least pay this. The minimum is 0. Which I take it as free, which is within our budget. So you can listen to your heart's content on Bandcamp. But you know me. I like things on YouTube. It's easier. Bandcamp, even if it's offered for free, Bandcamp, before you listen for the 3rd time, is going to go, it's time to pay. No, it's not. I can pay nothing. I didn't want to go through the exercise of paying nothing. Okay? You're asking me to learn something. I try. I will learn. I learn every day. But, come on. So, it is just great noise rock. And the lyrics say something to us too. I couldn't quite follow the lyrics to the second and third song. The second song is paint, can't read my writing. Paint on the ground and real house. Couldn't quite follow. He enunciates well, but I didn't quite follow the meaning of those two songs. The first song, In the City, oh, I know what he's talking about there. He enunciates well. It's about a certain United States president's thugs marching into the city that TV Smoke and I inhabit, and all bets are off when the jackbooted thugs get into our city. I'm a little bit thin and old for that game, but there you are. I did find a sentence, or part of a sentence, to tell us what the point, at least of the lyrics, of TV Smoke is about. I quote, "Drown out the noise of our ongoing sadistic government and look hopefully toward a future that is driven by common people for the common good." Well said. And, that first song, In the City, what we're putting up with in the United States right now. Yeah. Your country went through it before we did. I know we have an international audience. We're kind of new to this. We saw the movies, we read the books, but now we're going through it. And hopefully, in a couple years, we will get through this in the clear. It may take more than a few years, but hopefully, we're going to be okay. And of course, in our position in the world, we're screwing up a lot of other countries other than just our own. That's the price of, what we used to be the leader of the free world. Who's the leader of the free world at the moment? Hello, European Union. But regardless. So, it's on Bandcamp. It's great. Hopefully it's on YouTube when this comes out. Knock on wood. But apparently you don't have to pay on Bandcamp to listen as much as you want. And it's just great noise rock, a great 17 minutes and 3 tracks. It really is cool. Now, I get to explain more about the origin of the band. Because my MO is I find the band, I listen to the offering, and then I do my homework. Imagine my perplexed thing when I look up on Google has no idea what I'm talking about. Nothing. And of course, like I said, it wasn't on YouTube. I find it on Bandcamp and there's no info on Bandcamp. This quote I read you, I'll tell you where I found it in a second. Was on Bandcamp, should be on Bandcamp. But Bandcamp basically is pretty bare. Here's the songs. We're TV Smoke. Thanks. And yeah, I knew they were from Cleveland. I found them because I started a new exercise to find new bands for you. And so I decided, because I've been missing bands I reviewed passing through Cleveland, I would find out after the show's over. It's like, I would have helped plug the show because I have a couple of Facebook friends. I have a lot of Facebook friends, maybe. A lot. A lot of them in rock and roll here in Cleveland. And if I know about a show, I can plug it. Especially if I have a review that I can grab and go, here. Here's a review of this band that's coming to the Beachland or Winchester or whatever else. And so I decided, okay, heck with this. I'm going to have to look up who's playing at the Beachland and another couple dozen or 3 dozen other places that have bands. Because Cleveland's a big city, and of course Northeast Ohio, Akron, Canton, Lorain, places in between. And so, I went with my old co-worker Cindy's place, the Beachland, and looked up all the bands as far in the future as Cindy has it for the Beachland, and it's like 50 some bands. And then I decided, okay, let's see if I may like any of these bands that they have a new record. And if I like the 1 minute I give the band, okay, maybe I'll review the record. So TV Smoke is playing the Beachland on August 7th. We have time to make plans, folks. They're opening for someone else that I chose not to review. But they're opening for someone on August 7th at Beachland. And, okay, I better review them pretty quick. If I like them and I review, I want some time to, post this in my local Facebook groups, whatnot. But, there's no Google. There's no Facebook page. And Bandcamp has barely anything. And so when I'm on Facebook, it's like, okay, Facebook, tell me about TV Smoke Rock Band. Don't know what I'm talking about. But then, they'll give you like, oh, here's a mention of a TV Smoke over here. And I look it up, oh, that's them. But it's not a page for TV Smoke, it's a Facebook friend of mine, Drew. And Drew is explaining the origins of TV Smoke. And, you get this little crow tier that I gave you. And it's him and his brother and his wife. That's TV Smoke. And they had their first gig last spring in Toledo at a record store. And, and like I said, I guess they did a gig or 2 here or there. And they're got a gig coming up at the Beachland next month. August 2026. You may watch this sometime in the future. And, so that's the band. Drew is busier being acoustic, hosting an open mic night at a brewery, and so on. I hope you're making cash with that, Drew. And I'm sure you got a day job too. But this is good stuff. I wanted to hear more of this. But it doesn't seem to be a business quite yet. But it is on Bandcamp. Go check it out. I think if you like your noise rock, and if you know what I mean by college radio, college rock, yeah, certain kind of college rock, it's good. We lost our public college rock station. The one in Cleveland State. The Republicans axed it with no warning. Fun with Republicans, the president and our state government and whatnot. So we lost our public Cleveland State University station. It just got axed. The cops came in, no warning. You're out of here, clean it out. And they pulled them off the air. But we still have the private college radio stations, Case Western Reserve and Bowdoin Wallace, and whoever else. And if you can get the signal, I can get the signal. Oberlin has the station, right? Kent State, if you really, or is it just a NPR station? I don't know. I cannot claim to listen to college radio. Any college radio I listen to is in passing, or passing through my mind's eyes record when Charles happens to be playing it when I walk in the store. But this is really cool stuff. Go check it out. TV Smoke and Bandcamp. And it's the only thing they have at the moment, but RSD EP came out last April. Is that everything I'm supposed to mention on this? I think so. And that mix, the separation, I love the separation, I love the guitar. God, it's great. I mentioned this from Cleveland, right? Genre, we're talking alternative punk noise. Maybe there's noisier stuff, but it's just perfect for me. That guitar, and just separation of the mix, the separation of the four instruments, the voice, guitar, bass, and drum. Separation's wonderful. Shoegaze. Maybe I don't know what shoegaze is, and maybe I'm happy that I don't know what Fine. You say it is true. It is fine. And college rock was still a thing. I would say this is college rock. Yeah, some people think college rock is more folk, REM sort of thing. This is not REM. No. That kind of college rock. But this is in the early 80s, when I get ambushed by college rock, a lot of times it sounded like this. But this is much better than the dim memory I'm thinking of college rock. And of course, it's rock and it's punk and it's all of that. And it's cool. Ain't no ballads. Even with their wife in the band. No ballads. No. It's good noise rock. And it's kind of political, but it's only the first song that I really understood was blunt enough. I guess we repeated listen, so I could listen more than 3 times to the other 2 songs. I will follow the lyrics and go, oh yeah, that's. But the first song, In the City, I follow that fine. good message song. In other words, don't mess with us, fascists. And, is it good for a mixed company? Yeah. It's noise. That guitar's railing. And if I could, when I have the opportunity, Drew, to save this for my YouTube listening pleasure, when I hit the shuffle button, I'm going to save In the City and Wheelhouse. Because the guitar in Wheelhouse, you're nailing it. I imagine you're the guitarist, Drew. There's a lack of info, okay? Who's the bass player? Who's the guitarist? Who's the singer? Who's the drummer? I just know Drew, his brother, and his wife. Who's doing which? I have a picture in my head. I did see a picture of the band, but I'm not going to guess because you're not supposed to. It'd be profiling. Profiling is wrong. Remember? Okay. And, oh yeah, it's political. You're some square Trumper. No. We're mess stuff up when you march into our town. And our Republican congressman did invite the military to Cleveland to occupy Cleveland. Not in an Occupy Wall Street manner. No, we're talking old-fashioned, third world, bringing the military to take over the city nonsense. Gee, thanks, Max. Go to hell. Is it fun? Yes. Noise rock is fun. Even if the lyrics is not fun and the intent of the lyrics is not necessarily fun, that guitar, that's fun. I love that. That guitar is squalling and squealing, and I don't think he's able to do that in acoustic nights and open mic night when he's hosted. But when he plugs in, this is fun. I love this. This is good, fun noise rock. Squeal and squall array. And like I haven't done it enough times already. Always like my clutch. If you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to Extract Corner. Ring the notification bell. And go to Bandcamp. You can listen more than 3 times for free. Just you have to go through the motions of, oh, I'm paying for this, and then give nothing. And oh, thank you for your purchase, and you get to keep on listening. I guess is what 0 means for a minimum amount. Listen for free as much as you want. Just come back and tell us if you hear what I'm hearing. This is fun stuff. And remember, what date did I say? If you're in Cleveland or passing through Cleveland on October 7th, 2026, if you see this a year from now, you missed it. But in 2026, August 7th, the Beachland Ballroom, opening for, I don't care who. I listened to it for a minute and went, nope, thank you, that's it. Maybe you'll like who the headliner is. I like this. Check out their gigs. Hopefully they can they do that mix live? Ooh, that would be cool. It'd be kind of difficult. Some places don't have the best soundboards. For the latest in action rock, energy rock, garage rock, and punk, and noise rock. Sometimes. And psych, and psychobilly. If this is psych, you scroll like this, it can be, but I'm not the keykeeper of what psych is. And the classic and legacy bands that gave us all this cool stuff. We'll have it here for you at Extra Corner. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.